Here we are, friends. I was looking up how to spell beginner because I was second guessing myself. I was right, but you know, we are here for Go. Azzy, if you have a suggestion, leave it in Discord like I told you. No, I'm never going to go back and read the entire stream like this. If you put it in the Discord, you're more likely to get something done. Um, okay, you did. Good. Fantastic. So, we're here for Go. Azzy's a coward and doesn't want to play me. He thinks he'll lose. He doesn't think the handicap will be enough, so I mean, I guess I can't blame him. It probably isn't enough for him. He actually only has, let's see, his only opportunities to play me for that mod ship that he's going for are today, Friday, next Sunday, next Friday, and that Sunday, and that's it. So he has a couple more potential days. I mean, you don't need to be baited. I can't try to bait you if you're not gonna be baited. I'm just throwing out the truth of the matter. Let's see. No handicap. Comey's automatic. Colors random. Restrict ranked. It's ranked. I'm fine with that particular spread. Oh, actually, what's my current ranking? 19Q? Okay, I should be a little more fair. Okay. 1919. Okay. Alright, let's do it. Alright, let's fail. We seem to feed a lot on Go, so, you know. Can I open a new window? What if I drag it over here? Will you guys see that? Nope, you won't. Secret things in my mini window. I'm actually just trying to check to make sure that my thing is showing up in the Go in Twitch on under Go. It's actually all I really want to do. Yep, it is. Okay. It's me and one other guy. Cloisius. That's it. I get excited because I see people. I'm like, oh, 18Q? Accept means it's in I had a round 3 before. You're in there. I'm technically in there myself. And Furry's in there. I'm not saying that nobody else came in, but I already had some viewers. But in general, Go gets me something, right? Except, well, mostly pain and suffering, but, you know. I'm actually going to move my Steam over here because I want to see if Zakorath is coming. Okay, everything minimized when I drag that over. That was kind of cool. Okie dokie. Sorry for giving you desktop there. It's a pretty desktop though, isn't it, right? I don't have a lot going on here. I just have some regular stuff. Really not much. I still haven't played Deltarune actually, funny enough, but it's because I don't need shortcuts for a lot of stuff. Minecraft I do. Because when you start going into the server and stuff, it gets kind of complex. So it's easier to have it all right there. Why you feel bad, Azzy? I just have all my files. Yeah, I have it. Neat. Heck, I've considered moving Minecraft out of there before, but eh. I like how you can't see what happens when my mouse goes off the screen, but you can still see like if I try to touch something like my Discord or something, you can see it pop. This might take a little while. I actually might want to consider upping it up to 22. I don't know what it was before. I'll down to 17, whatever. It just gives more people who could possibly have a match with me, so I might suffer. Because obviously I've lost some rank to get to 19 again. I've been hovering right around 18 or so. But I gotta learn, right? I gotta learn from my mistakes. Like, why exactly would I lose to a 17Q or 16Q? Like, what is it exactly that I'm, doing? Let's see how aggressive he is. His stone isn't really facing the correct way to make development with that. So I'm very not concerned. I kind of want this space, but gladly. This is still a pretty big extension here. I'm assuming that he could come in if he wanted to. Okay, now this is becoming bigger. I have to approach here. It's really big for me. That's fine if he wants to solidify. I actually have more of the board right now. This is now a big area, but he might try to play in here. Or try to touch me or something. Yep. Let's see. I could always offer to fall into the corner here, but the problem is if he tries to just separate my shape, I have to worry about this group. So, how do I want to play this? I got time. I could just play underneath him, but if he plays into this, it doesn't look as spiffy. I don't know. It feels okay. It doesn't feel great. I don't want to run him into my group here, so I think... just extending outward into the middle of the board. I should be able to live here and at least connect to get to the middle and run. So I'm not really worried. I just don't want to put a lot of pressure here. He technically does have a weak group, but this group is fine. It's connected up here. I can't really attack that. So I'd have to close this in, and in the process, he'd do a ton of damage to my territory. I'd just rather not like that. If he wants to slide in, that's fine. He can live in the corner. I don't really mind. Stay strong. Alhane. And he's not necessarily alive. You know, he has some... I'd rather just stay solid here. He does have some problems if I Hane on the outside here. Yep. This was territory I was threatening to make, but he's actually weakening this group right now. So all I really need to do is just run this out enough that I feel like I'm solid. I'm not sure. He's actually playing in a way that I'm not entirely used to, but it's not bad. Running him on the third line isn't super great for me, but this is fine. This is fine. All right, I should probably try to close this in, I think. He can probably still run in this direction, but he'd be pressed up against my wall, which is kind of the point, right? He'll probably live, but if he lives small and I get a wall facing the middle, I have an opportunity to make some points there. He's starting to make eyes down there, which really just doesn't concern me all too much. I'm actually worried he's going to Hane over here. It's not usually good, but I think I could just protect myself. It's not a big deal. I guess if he plays there and Hane's, I play into K1. He has to defend, and then I connect. Alright, he's making it so that I can't poke in there. That's fine. I think playing this now makes it very hard for him to make. I think he'll still get 2 eyes. Right? No. He'll get 1 here. He's not going to get 1 down here. And I can make him fill up these. So he should die here. He's going to probably cut in the long run. If I play here and he plays there, I do have a little bit of a predicament. But if he eats this stone, I have a bigger problem, so I have to try to fight it. I should be able to extend out towards this stone. I have enough liberties that depending how he plays this, he can't really play how he'd like to. That's fine. He either has to connect here and I block him there, and he'll try to put this into Atari probably this way. I think that's okay. I can't worry about that now, but I can throw an Atari in first to push him out. Oh, I see. That's a smart play. Because if I connect here, he takes my stone. If I take this, he takes my stone. I think taking the stone just makes more sense. I know he's going to take that. And I'm just going to have to stop him from making that an eye. He's kind of busted into the middle, so in the long run, it does work for him. I guess technically, if he forces me this way, I'll get a lot of territory. So that's to protect the cut. Well, he'd jump in, basically. I think I have eyes down here. That's not really a problem. I'd rather run and get territory with it, because what he's going to get might be smaller. I think now's the time to make an extension. I have to stop him from making this all his. He's threatening to make a lot of territory. I should be able to reduce now. He's going to make a lot of territory here, unfortunately. This move would get him all those points, basically. Safer. I can't really be taking risks with this group. How do you mean, Azzy? I have to play this more. This is more points. This is a lot of points. This is alive. Almost assuredly. He's gonna live no matter what I do. This will be alive. There's no way. I'll just make one closing move here so he can't poke back in. If he wraps, I just block. You know it. Gotta have the dead eyes, otherwise it doesn't count. Now he's gonna live. I don't know what he thinks. All I'm doing is stop him from making points with it. Yeah, see, then that protected my cut in the same token, so I made him play in his own territory. So I'm threatening to make this. Some points in here, but not much. This is alive, unfortunately, which is one of my biggest sadness points. I'm not going to make much here either. So these points that he has here, altogether, if I can't kill, which it's unlikely that I can, I'm actually considering this cut, but it's probably not big enough right now. Let's see. This is big. Because if he gets that, he pokes into my territory. This is a lot safer for me. This is a lot of points now. That shouldn't work, but I'm afraid that it does because of the lack of liberties. So I'm going to have to play a safety move. This is still worth points. Yep. That's fine now. That doesn't matter, actually. Welcome, Zyklon the Consequential. And I'm trying not to be afraid. I'm trying to make sure that... I can get something out of this. The problem is this is a lot of points. This is like a buttload of points. And this is some. I'll close this off for maybe 10, depending on how he pushes. This is nothing, basically. It'll live a couple points. My concern is this is a lot of points for him if I can't reduce it. And this is everything. This is the game over here. So I wish I could actually play the 3-3 here, but because of this, he could force me right into his wall. And this doesn't work at all. So I really need to cut somewhere or do something that's going to increase the amount of points I can gather. But it's just not looking good. It's not looking good. I'm wondering if I push here, if he plays on this side, that's fine. I'll just connect. Because then he has to defend again. But if he plays behind me, I play out and I have 3 liberties. If he plays this way, I block. He blocks. I go this way. It'll end up bad anyway. I think. I still want to do the double cut over here. I have a bunch of time, right? Yeah, I'm fine. I can poke in over here, I guess. It's a minor poke, but it actually threatens to take this after. Okay, so he has to fix. That's fine. He's reading to see if this is worth any points. I think it is. It would explode, so. He can't cut because I'll connect on the other side. He blocks. I'll Hana here. It's probably not even worth enough right now. It's probably bigger moves, but it's just a safety move. It gives me more space here, too. I mean, the game is probably going to say he's dramatically ahead. Yeah. I'm still waiting for that one. I'm not sure how that's going to play out. I could do the cut on both sides here. This will actually get me points. Maybe poked in, I'd lose points. My mistake. He takes that. There's nothing I can do about that one. That cost me. I mean, I think the game was already lost, unfortunately, but... Doesn't help. Alright. So how do I want to cut this? I cut this first. He does whatever he's going to do. Then I cut this. This stone's an Atari. He has a choice to take the stone he already has, and I take that. Or he connects, and I take that. I think this works. If I explode into this and take points with it, I might be back, although that lost me a lot. There's still work to be done. He's reading. This game doesn't look good, but I gotta try something. And he's alive. I wasn't trying to kill him. I was trying to take away his points. I'll never kill that unless I somehow break it off. Even then, the chances are low. I'll just get some more points for myself. Game's almost over. I'll lose, but at least it's not by a tremendous amount. Take it for what it's worth, right? I'll nickel and dime him until he's done. I didn't need to do that, by the way. I don't know why I wasted that move. That's fine. I mean, they don't live. I don't even know why he's trying to kill this. There's really no way. It doesn't. Nothing happens. It doesn't gain me any points. It doesn't lose him any points. It's just a waste of time. He wasn't sure if that was alive or not. That's fine. It is. Actually, this is still technically in trouble, I think. If he cut... Oh, I force him down. Okay. Yeah, but if I do this and take a liberty away, then it might work, right? No, it'll still be fine. I want that move too. End the game with style. Even if I'm gonna lose. You think? Okay, I believe you. That does nothing. He's just fixing his cut point, which is fine. Where are their points? Funny enough, game's actually closer. Kind of closer now, but not really. This Hane is still worth something. There wasn't a weakness there, but that's okay. Huh. There's just not a lot of points to be made, unfortunately.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
It's sad, but I wish
5,
there was.
4.
I think I'm gonna pass.
3, 2.
I have multiple
1.
periods left, so there's just nothing. There's no way I get back in this game without him making a huge error, and that just won't happen. I don't know. I'm just gonna see what he does. The stone's already dead. Either of these moves technically solves this problem. I'm just curious. Maybe he'll make some critical mistake. He could have actually just taken that. It wouldn't really matter. I'll just resign. Polite thing to do. It's just rude for me to try to play this game out when I'm down by 20 and there's not really a lot of ways to get it back. And he's gone. We will do our own review because we want to. Not that I have the skill necessarily, but okay. So I'm just gonna skip a lot of moves because I don't care as much. This doesn't really work with the shape as well. Like that's over there, but it's fine. I don't know. This is a smaller move, but I just figured if he's gonna try to develop in this area, I probably should have just approached. I should have done something else. I should have just, like, done that. That would have been fine. Well, as you could always play me, but you're a coward. This just seems slow to me. I don't know. Honestly, he probably would have done better to play something middle, but that's fine. We're mostly just judging my game. I think approaching is fine. I don't know. I'm not sure where I should have approached, to be honest with you. That one I'm not so sure about. I could have actually approached on this side, but if he, like, pincers me high, I don't really have a lot of places to go. I'd have to jump into the corner, and then he's going to end up separating me from my stones. That's not how. He's going to separate me from my stones, but I guess I could just live in there, and that's okay. Not sure. He played on the other side. That was smart. I think me poking out here is fine. I didn't want to weaken my groups. I actually don't think this is so bad so far. I'm not sure what I should have done here. I could have just extended, and maybe that would have been better because it would have just been a smaller thing. It didn't end up that bad anyway, but what ended up being the problem is I have to fix, because of the way I played it, I have to fix this, and that gives him the space to Hane first, and I can't really punish this Hane almost at all. See, I can't really punish this Hane like I'd like to. I could have played on the inside, I guess, but he's just going to close me in. And then what I cut on this side, he doesn't want to lose the stone, but he probably won't even bother. He's just going to take. Yeah, I know. I could have just let him do that. I mean, he already lives on both sides anyway. What's the real loss? That was a huge mistake. I think D2 was bad. And actually, what I just read, unless I'm wrong, I think this actually is okay. He can ignore it, I guess, temporarily. He has 3. I have 2. My move's first. Yeah, he wins that, actually. Never mind. That's not good. If he needed to answer this with basically anything, that's actually really bad. If he needs to answer this with basically anything, then it looks better, but it's not. But I gave him the Hane, which is really bad for me. You can see that he basically got all of this territory from me, which is not good. I at least closed him in, but this group exploding out at the end of the sequence. So I had to play here to stop the eye. I should have played further back. I should have played like, not that move, sorry. Now, at this exact moment in time, it's okay if he takes this stone. I don't think, oh, he would have an eye. Never mind. These moves were kind of necessary. I just didn't have the time. That's the real problem. What happens if I poke? he's gonna Atari. I pull up. He pulls up. I don't know. This might go okay. I probably should have tried, because doing what I did, guaranteed he connects out. I shouldn't have fixed this. I should have done this instead, because this isn't so... Sorry, that's not what he plays. This isn't that bad. It's not actually a ladder because this goes into Atari. I think this might have been one of my biggest mistakes besides this little fix down here, which caused him to Hane. This is I played the wrong move, and I knew it as soon as I played it. I don't need to fix this. This should live by itself. Plus, if this is under attack, I don't need to worry. This has a ton of liberties. This is completely, like, it's nothingness. This is a problem. However, if I take the time to fix instead, like I said, it goes into Atari, and he can't run the stone out without making me strong. I actually don't even run that way. Because I put him in Atari there. So, like, he can try to play on the outside all he wants, but I'll just connect back. If he wants to try to do something crazy, like make this a multi-cut fight, I'll put him in Atari. That's actually probably not great. Yeah, I'll put him in Atari first to get this group the ability to get out. And then I'll probably just play this for safety, and I'm out. It doesn't really matter. I'm sure I'm not playing optimal moves, but I think it's one of my biggest mistakes, because letting this explode out into the middle cost me all of this. I had potential. And all of this, which would have been mine too. I probably would have won the game. Everything over here was just boundary pushing. I didn't do it efficiently, but I'm not going to get into it because I'm not even the best person to talk about that necessarily. I don't think there was any way for me to stop him from cutting left. At least I lived on all sides. It wasn't so bad. The only other big mistake was this one. So basically, when he does this, I knew there was a problem I needed to fix there. When he does this, I should just accept that he's going to poke into my territory and say that's fine. If he wants to poke in further, I just kind of do that, and that's not a problem. If he does this, I still... Oops. If he does this, I still do. I keep missing. I do that. That's fine. B17. That's fine, too. Sure. It doesn't leave him a lot of room to do much. If he does this, I connect. He'll die. If he does this, I connect. I mean... It just looks... It would be significantly better than the result that I did get, because I made a huge error. Let that die. I knew I had to go back, and it cost me a lot of points there. That was like, what's the swing here? So this is how it was. He got 4 stones and the spaces on them. It's like an 8 or 10 point swing. Very big. It wouldn't have won me the game by itself, but with some of the other mistakes being fixed, I would have done well. But it is what it is. We'll go out, we'll find a new game. Is this the same guy? No, right? It's a handicap game. That's fine. If I cancel, do I lose? I don't really want to play handicap. It's fine, though. It's only 2 stones. It'll be a test of my skill. 2 stones and no Komi, obviously. Take a corner, whatever. It's weird to play first as white. It is ranked, though. It's ranked and handicap. Should have seen that before I accepted. It's fine, though. A 2-stone handicap isn't the end of the world. Gotta be brave sometimes, right? He wants to play 2 back and forth. I mean, whatever. Pretty sure he's dead there. Do I even need to fix this? I think I do. the bulky 5. Sorry, brah. We all know about the bulky 5. Honestly, that's fine. I don't care if he snakes. I'm not trying to stop him. That wasn't the goal. This should be dead, so... It doesn't matter. This guy doesn't get it. Like, this is... I just have to make sure this doesn't die. That would be a disaster, but, like... It shouldn't, because I can kill this. It just takes too long. That's my real concern. He's letting me take this too. Oh, an empty triangle. Not exactly the best shape, but it's okay. I don't want to run him into my other group, to be honest with you. I think I've taken what I needed from here. I think he's playing the corners a little bit peculiar, but I have to be aggressive because of the handicap. That's fine. That doesn't matter. This is just to ensure, like, I know I'm hurting my group here, but this is just to ensure he doesn't stop me here. How many liberties do I have? I don't know. I want to play this right now. I want to just be one up. It works for me, you know? Okay, it dies in one turn. So now I have literally 0 threats. It dies as soon as I decide it dies. There's no questioning about that. Because of that... He's, like, determined to put pressure on this group, which is interesting to me. It's not really necessary. I think I was Hane. Get some stuff out of it. Ah, he actually defended it. Crawl on the 3rd line, man. I'm okay with it. As long as those connected, it doesn't matter. One, two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's not what I expected. Yeah, he'll get more than I thought. That's okay though. He lives. That's fine. Now I'm solidified. That's okay. I was gonna say I actually should have just taken that right there. That's my own fault. Bad play. Bad me. Should have just immediately played there when he tried to do this because he doesn't have time. Oh well. I can still take this corner at some point. I'd actually rather just make an extension here and own all of this. Probably not gonna work, man. That's fine. You don't have any eye space. Also fine. He actually has a liberty I wasn't considering when I started this. This is actually potentially bad. He'll still die inside my shape. I can give the stone up. So it doesn't actually matter. I'm fine with that, man. I'm alive. I'm connected. I had made a mistake. I accepted that I lost a couple points from a mistake. It's not a problem. I'm not going to gain any points here anymore. So that cost me a little bit, but it's okay. These are dead. It doesn't really matter. I don't really need to worry about it. They have no space to live, so like, why bother wasting my time? I guess that one is a safety move because he could try some crazy cut, and I don't want that. So I guess now is the time for like a, I don't know, big extension over here. As long as he doesn't get all of these points, I'm honestly fine. Oh, if I get these points right here, oh, that's going to be so big. Which way do you block, man? Yeah, I don't know if that works for you. I can't push that any closer, unfortunately, so I'll just make a little thing. He's going to get some points, but... Welcome. I can't even read your name. I had to make it bigger. Hold on. Psycho. Welcome, welcome. On the second line, where are we talking about? Where this happened? You mean like over here? That was a big mistake over here. I think I already win the game, to be honest with you. Even if he gets all of this, I still win, but... I kind of feel... I don't want to play from this group, because even though it has the liberties, if he starts pressing on it, I might actually lose an opportunity. It should be fine. I only take one move to take this, but still. Maybe I'll just take more space for myself. I'll close this off. Because honestly, even if he plays entirely like defensive around it, I still win the game. Q2. And S15. Yeah, S15 was dumb. That was super dumb. That was a huge mistake. Q2, I don't even remember at this point, but I do know that he lived, so I believe you. I'd have to go back. When I review the game, I'll go back. That's fine. Everything's alive there. Nothing you can do about that. I'll just take as soon as I have to. I could still Hane here. It's not huge, small, but it's points. This is actually points too. I still have 2, so it doesn't matter. SDK? You're going to have to elaborate on that terminology for me. Are there any other points that aren't? Yeah, there are actually. Small points here and there. I appreciate that, my friend. I like to think so. I haven't been playing consistently, so I've played before. I'm not new, but I've been playing off and on. I just got back to being in the on stage, so I have to work my way back from 19Q. I am glad. This is a game I'm proud of only because he had a 2-stone handicap. But that, as we all know in Go, a handicap doesn't always solve every problem for a player who might be weaker. So it is what it is. I mean, how many spaces more are there? I mean, I can play Dame points over here. There's not really... That would get him a point, actually. That's worth a point. He would play there, and you'd get that. Yep. He can't get any points there immediately. He can't get any there at all, actually. And this is just a Dame point. I can make him play. Okay, play there. Same thing. Still points. I think that's actually it. I guess I should just play this, whatever. It's not my territory. It's not his territory. It really doesn't matter. E4 is worth 2. You meant if I played it, or the move that I played, it was worth 2? Nothing else really gets me any points. I think I might pass. I don't think there's anything he can do. It's these sorts of moments where I just kind of wish he would resign, but it's fine. Yeah. And I'll just play there just because... Oh. Why am I in... Back to game, please. I didn't realize I hit the review. It's fine. It's not a problem. If he cuts me here, I just play there. He dies. Okay. I will definitely check that in the review too, because since you've been the recent things, I can talk about that. I appreciate all the help. I could probably invade him, to be honest with you, but he doesn't have a lot of weaknesses, so I doubt that's going to happen. And I don't know. At this point, it doesn't really matter. Just playing Dami points until he stops. There actually aren't a lot of Dami points, to be honest with you. I think that might be... This is a Dami point, technically. It does weaken my shape. Okay, he fixed. That's fine. There aren't any more Dami points on the board. I'm just going to pass, because the game is over. He lost himself a point. There's nowhere to go, man. I don't even know what he's doing. It's rude. I know enough of Go. It's considered rude to do this. No reason why not. It doesn't actually matter. This is fine. What is he doing, man? I hate this. They're not even real. This is not even a real invasion. Neither is that one, but at least there was weaknesses. There's not really a weakness here. Oh, I don't know, man. Trying to wait for him to Shazam himself out of here so I can do my review. I don't want to be rude. Ugh. Winning a handicap game though, I'm happy. He's probably gonna sit in this game for a while, to be honest with you. I'm just doing my review. I don't care. So let's talk about what we were talking about before. So I think he can't let me do this. Like, so number one, because he, all right, so let's see. I had the first move in this corner. He ignored it. So I'm already a stone ahead in both corners. Like, I'll always be a stone ahead. And he did the double Hane at the head of 2. The problem with the double Hane at the head of 2 is that this, I'm leaving some weaknesses here, right? He could, in theory, cut, right? Push out. And I'd be fighting a battle on both sides. And I don't know, it gets complicated. I guess at any point, I could go back and take. I don't know, maybe that's not the play. I don't know. But I know this fix here doesn't really fix the problem because I can just cut. Like, I don't know what I do here. I guess I'd run him out for liberties, but not that way. What is it? Yeah, no, I just lose this. I'd have to just take the stone. This doesn't look good for him either. I'm not sure, but he can't really let me get away with this Hane. And that move doesn't fix anything. Like, I don't know. If he was trying to live or something, he's probably already dead. But if he's going to try for space, I'm not even sure what I would do if I was him, to be honest with you. It's already a bad shape. I get time to fix. His cut doesn't work. He's already dead. As soon as I play this in the bulky 5, I guess maybe he could have made the shape. Instead of doing anything right here, he could have tried to take this. I don't know what happens. Instead of E16, F18. Looks like a ladder, but with the extra liberty. Sorry, that one. That's actually smoother, you're right. That probably would have just worked. Good point. Significantly better move. Anyway, he's already dead. He doesn't realize it, but he's already dead. He's trying to put pressure on. I just take advantage because, honestly, I'm okay with him living with the stick as long as both sides are alive, and they are because they share the corner. So I can use them later as a jumping off point. So I just decided to take this huge corner. You can't let this shape happen. This is a really bad shape for black. You're one liberty away. Like, if he ignored, he's one liberty away from death. Oops. From death. And, like, you can push this shape a lot. So, like, it doesn't go well for black. Granted, he does fix. I think the fixture's supposed to go is for what? This? Because then when white does this, you do that. That looks better, to be honest with you. I think that just works. His shape's ugly. I could have actually probably just pressed on it, to be honest. Ugly triangle's kind of bad. I'm not even sure what I would do, but this probably isn't the most efficient way to handle this. But I figured, hey, if he's going to let me press against him and just make space on the right, that's great. He's still pressing on this. I had to make sure I stayed connected to leave liberty so I could go back later because I don't want to take it now. I did this to try to cut off this group so that it would die. I didn't end up succeeding with that. And the reason why is that I was fighting over this on the bottom. But honestly, at this point, when he comes back, I probably should have just ignored. Maybe not. Yeah, I should have ignored. I should just do this. He can't separate at all. Oops. No matter what he does, this doesn't work. And he'll be separated. I guess he probably has space to live. Okay, never mind. I retract that. He'll probably live anyway. He'll make space to live. I retract that. This is good. Let's go to where he cuts, because I want to know that. So, when he did this, I should have just connected. He can't live because I play afterwards. If he tries to make space, I play here. He doesn't have a lot of options at all. Because he'll try to play one of these two, almost like it's a bulky 5 shape, basically, and I'll just play the other. As my friend was pointing out in chat, if I just connected, this dies. Disaster for him. There's nothing he can do. So, I obviously made a big mistake. I let him live. I still gain something for it by gaining this. But it's not great. This is all... Where was the other mistake? When he cuts me here, I think this was fine. This is where I had a problem. I should have ignored this and done that. His next move, if he pushes, that's fine. He doesn't have anywhere to go at all. I don't know what he does with that move that would be particularly threatening. I have space. So he started pushing on the other side. I would just take it. But instead, I worried about the wrong side. And because of that, he gets this Atari, which is bad for me. And I realized it was already... The shape's still going to die, but I didn't need to give him the space. And because of that, because there was so much pressure when he first did this, I couldn't just block and gain some points for myself. And because of that, he ends up getting all my points gone, so I lose a couple points. I can't keep these separate, so I can't put pressure on them. And these are just small invasions. Later on, you said E4 instead of F6. Yeah, the whole thing was small. So let me see. E4 instead of F6. So when I play F6 later, that'll be my marker. Because all this is just basic pushing. I played E6, and you think I should have played E4. So I assume he would do this. I can't cut fast enough. That doesn't work. Why E4? Oh, here. Right. Well, he'll play there. It ends up with the same result, doesn't it? Yeah, why? So, like, F6 hasn't... So, obviously, I end up playing F6, which is, what, here? Is that because... Oh. No, I don't get it. Oh, is it because I have to fix later? So I lose a point here at H7? Is that why? Well, H7 or G7? Is that the reason why? Because that makes sense to me. Because if I pressure this way, he has to connect. Well, he doesn't have to connect now, but he can't do this, obviously. So in the long run, I get this point, which means I don't have to fix the cut here. Well, he plays inside himself there. And the way I played... Okay, this was a dame point. Right, he filled the dame point to connect instead of the D5. That's what you mean. Okay. Yep, got it. I'm with you now. I didn't realize he connected a dame point. That's my bad. Difference. Big difference. 1 point if he fills. Nothing. Right? That makes sense to me. Okay. Well, basically, I think the end of the game wasn't really a big deal. Everything had already been laid, the groundwork. Obviously, these invasions just don't work, so they're really nothingness. All right, well, GG's. We got a win. I like it. A ranked game for a 20 cube. Did I play with this guy? I think I did. Go Badook 6177. Yeah, I don't want to play him again. I lost to him pretty definitively. No thanks. I'll make my own match, no biggie. What's up with everybody in 13 by 13 boards? I hate them. I hate 13 by 13 boards. They're actually the worst. My brother was supposed to come on because I was streaming Go, but he's pretty much the worst. Ah, some more people are playing Go. Look at that. I didn't realize. Oh, that's because the Masters thing is going on. That makes sense. So how we all feeling, guys? We got positive vibes about this next game? Because I'm feeling iffy. Go with scary. All my friends are offline. Feels bad. I wonder if I actually have any of my Steam friends list, if anybody's online who plays, that I can persuade. Nah. They're all off. Alright. Come on now, let's get a match. There's nobody at my level who plays like these quick games. Everybody wants to play like long games. Like, look at all these long games. I hate long games. Faster game, right? Some people like to see faster games. On a different site, you mean, like KGS? Eh. The only reason I don't want to is because all the work that I do to get my rank up, like all the wins or whatever, it sort of stinks just because they're separate. They're like connected, you know what I mean? It's how I feel about like any game that has rankings. Like, I play Dota 2. I wouldn't want to make a second account because then all my achievements aren't like, not achievements, but like my grand, things I've done aren't connected between the two. It's not a big deal, but it just makes it easier to use one site. I might just end up having to change my search parameters, to be honest with you. This usually doesn't take too long. It usually takes like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, but I'm an impatient kind of guy, let me tell you. What's up, Steven TNT1231? Welcome. We're queuing up for some Go, just kind of chilling. Waiting for a match. We could also play 9x9 boards. I guess everybody loves the 9x9. You're new. Well, welcome to the Go community. I'm not new. That's not. If I say I'm new, that's a lie. Yeah, it's sure. It depends. If you want to play a friendly game, ranked might be a little bit more problematic depending on the differences between a rank. But I'll play a friendly game. You can add me. I'll leave my name up here. It's the same as my Twitch name, but I'll leave it on for you to. Can you actually see that through the thing? I'm gonna have to move my camera. No, you can see it. Just barely. Just barely. You can see that over the camera. I'm always up for friendly games. No biggie. Even if I get destroyed. If you're new, I hope I wouldn't get destroyed. But, you never know. I make mistakes all the time. I'm like, yeah, that group's alive. No big deal. And the other player is like, and it's dead. Oh. My bad. A 19Q, which isn't that strong. It's hard though because I haven't played in a while, so coming back, I'm not sure where I'm gonna land. I'll be in the double-digit Qs for sure, like 100%. I do not believe that I'll calibrate. Like, I don't believe I'm gonna play like the next 20 matches and somehow end up at like 9Q, but I might be down to 16. I might be up to 20. Somewhere in that range is probably accurate. Some people have disagreed. They'd say I'm stronger than that. Some people agree and say that's roughly where I should be. I don't know. It's hard. If you're weaker than me, I can. It'll be a friendly match, so I can always go easy on you too, so we can like kind of work out, you know, how to play. Basically, I don't want to. If you're new to Go, I don't want to destroy you, obviously. So I'll kind of take it easy. Go is brutal. Heck, sometimes people my own rank are just brutal. They just destroy me, and I'm like, dang, man. Makes you just want to quit, but, you know. I'll cancel. I just figured you hadn't added me as a friend yet or anything, so. Well, you're just gonna accept. You're just gonna find my match. I mean, I guess that's fine too. Normal game, not ranked. And there's no rank restriction, so you can just take it. I don't know if this is you, but it's a 6Q, so I doubt it. I don't know why a 6Q would have even... I assume that he didn't want to be in the game. That's probably why. If he doesn't want to be in the game, that's fine. It's unranked. It really doesn't matter. Okay. I let him pass. That's the best part. Like, he passed, and I accepted it as, like, that's just fine. He'll play in this area, I think. Or approach somewhere else. That's also totally normal. Oh, Sokorth, what's up? I'm playing a 6Q. I opened a friendly match because one of my followers wanted to play, but this is what ended up happening. It's friendly. It's not ranked, so it really doesn't matter. Yeah, I'll lose. I'm not really worried about it. He actually passed after move 1, so like because he didn't want to play the game, and I passed back, and then he refused to let it score. So it's like, okay. I don't know about that. He's a 6Q for a reason. He's probably going to cause me some problems in the long run. Problem is, if he runs out this way, it's going to weaken this group here. I don't really have a base. Now I feel a little bit more secure. He does have space to jump in the middle of me here, which makes me uncomfortable. That's going to really screw me over. I hope he doesn't play in this general area. Oh, look at that. He played in that general area. I knew. We're making it up as we go. Yeah. He's going to cut me here, and that's fine. Or he'll just put me in Atari. That's a problem. I just gotta get out of here. Give him that. He's gonna have it. I don't think I can stop that from happening. He's putting pressure on this group, which is probably already safe. It's pretty well established, but... yeah. Nice guy. Or girl. Nice person. I don't know. Very ambiguous. Go player. 963. But all the same. What do I want to do here? I'm kind of out, but I don't have a base, really. I could just connect over this way, but he'll probably stop me, and he'll play up and gain a lot from it, which I don't like. I could put pressure on him down, but I don't think that's really going to give me a base either. It's just going to hurt this. I'll just reach into the middle a little bit. It'll at least give me some eye space if I make some diagonal moves towards it. Ripe old age of 26. I shouldn't feel old, but I work with children, so I do. He said he'll resign, but there we go. I'm not going to review this game because we didn't really get anywhere, to be honest with you. It doesn't really matter. Not this game, no. That game was just peculiar. Look at this guy. Where is he? This 3Q coming in telling me what to do. Sakorith. I play fast and loose with the rules. Oh man. Yeah, but Steven, if you want to friend me, just friend me. We can make it happen. Usually you can't see my Steam messages because usually the overlay is off, but obviously since, you know, since I'm in my browser, you can see everything that pops up on my desktop. How long will I wait for a match? I wish we would tell you how long you've queued for. I would give you like a number, like you've queued for 2 minutes and 37 seconds. But instead, it just makes me wonder. Maybe I'll, I don't really want to play with anything higher. What am I, a 19? I don't know, 16 is fine. Gives me a bigger player base, right? I'm assuming it's going to be harder to find a match too because that whole tournament thing's going on. Yeah, I know. That's what one of my viewers said actually. It was Psycho. Psycho said I should use KGS. I was saying that I don't really want to like have 2 accounts to worry about just because then every Akume is following. Thank you for the follow. Much appreciation. The real issue, I guess, would be that I don't want to have like do the work of reducing myself to a certain like level and then reducing meaning improving, and then having like, you know, on the other end of it having it to do the work all over again basically. Assumably if I'm a better player it won't be as much work, but still. Welcome, welcome. What has brought you to our humble stream? Especially humble since we're very not good at Go. Double humble. What's IGS stand for? France. Welcome from France. Greetings from Massachusetts. International. Got it. What's the O in OGS stand for? I don't remember. Online O. Very generic. I have friends in high places. I have 3 Qs, 3 Dons. Oh, there we go. Got a match. There we go. Alright. Got a 3 stone advantage. I better win this. If I don't, it's because I'm not playing well. I hate cross games. I'm not even sure how to handle these stones. I'm not going to lie to you. Like, can't I just do like a normal approach and it'll just look silly? Like, I'm pretty sure that's what happens. This seems like it would be bad. This seems like it would be better. He's so far away, I could just kind of take the corner. Like, how does he stop me? I guess. I'll find out. I'm willing to experiment, right? I'll be running into the Hani at the head of 2 in a bad way. I don't know. This seems kind of not good. I could have probably just done a jump, to be honest with you. I don't really feel like I needed to do that. As in, play this that I was gonna play anyway. Got it. I don't really want to crawl on this line, but I do want some space to live. Yeah, right. Start with that. Exactly. I'm just thinking. I think one more is fine. It's fine, I guess. I don't want to really extend to the second line, but I know if I jump like this, I'll be fine. Do I need to? I could probably just jump now, actually. It's fine. It's fine. We just say it's fine. We don't worry about it. Now if he cuts, I can probably cause chaos on both sides. I'll be fine liberty-wise, so I don't have to worry about it. I want to play somewhere else now. I gave him a pretty big wall facing inwards, and I don't like that. So, maybe I'll do a normal approach. I feel like this gives him too much space. Like, if he extends backwards, he gets a huge corner, potentially, but I'm not sure. Maybe I can try this and see how that works out. Because if I play this direction, I make his wall look silly. Okay. I opened up the cup, and now I'm not even sure which cut I want to take and why I want to take it. You know what I mean? I'll take this one. I kind of regret, like, not really thinking much about it. I don't really have a bigger plan. That's kind of one of my problems. Because if he turns in here, I kind of start to lose liberties fast. Because of my ugly shape. I do have a lot of lines to live, though. Okay. Time to read. I can't do this because he immediately puts me in Atari. And then I do this. He'll have to run out. I do that. He takes. That doesn't look good for me. I could just play up here. I could just play beside him, actually. But he'll probably play something like that. How does this live? Shouldn't be a problem, because if I play here, I can always fall back and play something like this. But what if he plays it to the side of me? That becomes a problem, right? Because he plays to the side, I connect. I have no eyes over here. And he extends into my corner, and I'll only get one eye. That seems to be an issue. Seems to be the recurring issue, actually. If I just play this, is there really any way he stops me from taking two eyes? I mean, I guess he just extends outward, right? What if I just push in here? I can actually push and get more space. And if he doesn't answer, I get out, so... Because now I can, in theory, get an eye over here, too. So if I take this, he takes that. I take here, he can't move that stone. If he plays on top of me, I have a problem. Because this threatens to make an eye with this and this, and I don't have to worry about these. But he could always Hane and ruin that eye instead. This just seems bad. Touching him seems bad. I don't like it. I don't know. I'm going to see what happens. Mm-hmm. This is becoming like such a thing now. I've made mistakes to get into this position for sure. I shouldn't have cut. I should have just played safely. Regret is all I feel now. If I play this and he pokes out here, I just play on the other side and he has nowhere to go, right? So he can't poke out. And if he plays down, I play down again and he dies. So this stone is looking bad. But what if he just plays under me instead? I think this works. Because as long as he can't play in this area, he can still honey. But as long as he can't play in this area, okay. Double threat. Threaten to take that. Threaten to take that too. He didn't protect this. It's mine now. And that will make me live because this is an eye. This will be an eye because he can't stop it. So I live. And I think he's realizing that right now. This? Oh, this one, you mean? Oh, yeah, he could push it out in theory. I should just be fine now because I don't have to play anything. Because if he plays here and takes away Liberty, I have too many. I should just do this anyway. There's no reason why not. But he can't play here. He can't play here. He can't play here. He can approach. It doesn't really matter. I have enough liberties. He actually can never play in here again, if I remember correctly. Because even if he takes this, I have 1 and 2. He can't play inside anyway. That would be self, so. I know. But it made
10,
him respond, so.
9.
Shut up.
8. 7. 6.
Okay, I was just double checking. I didn't want to have any nonsense later. It makes me feel. I wasn't sure about this move here. I wasn't sure what would happen if he jumped in first. All right, time to reduce this wall by playing all on top of it. Also, he's not alive currently. He will be. I guarantee he's alive, but he's not alive right now. He's going to cut. That's what he's positioning himself for. Okay. Puts him into Atari. He has to answer, so I'll just connect solidly. And he'll definitely live, so I'm not going to bother trying to push in too much. It's not worth points right now, so it's fine. I would much rather just make bigger plays. Like, I don't know. Reducing is actually nice, but I don't know, this... I know, I love it. I don't even know why he's fixing right now. I think it's because he thinks he's going to cut. If he cuts here, I could play on top. He gets forced out. I play on top. He'd actually get out, I think. I'd rather have solid shape right now. If he cuts through, I have a problem with the wall. So, he's going to play outside the wall. That's not a problem. I feel pretty solid now because I can run him. Well, what if he cuts there? I play on top. He does that. I have to do that. He cuts through. Solid connection will do that job. Okay, now I feel comfortable. I can do whatever I want. He's threatening to make a big Moyo. I don't think he can do that right now. This is not currently alive. So even if he tries to force me down, if I block him in this group here, he would have to struggle for life. Okay, fair enough. I was kind of worried about these points down here, but I guess I had a similarly big one. I already knew he was going to do that. That's fine. I've now reached out to friends on this side. And actually, if I kill this, then I'll be fine on both sides. He'll have 2, and none of my groups will have less. So I don't see how he lives. Oh, I have 2. I'm sorry. That's not true. I can poke out, though. I'll live regardless. It's a ladder for me. That's fine. I have 3 now. He still has 2 over here. Alright, now I can't go anywhere. I hope so. I have to learn to fight eventually, right? Even if I lose this fight, disaster on all fronts kind of thing. It's still 1, 2, 3. It's still better for me to fight it and learn, you know? He can't play either of these threatening pieces. He can play this, but that doesn't help him. He should be. I'm afraid that he's going to start attacking this heavily, but it has 1 extra liberty, so I should be fine. And granted, he might even live with this. That might be what he does instead. If I play here and he plays here, I have to block. And that's... So he'll have... When I play here, he has 1, 2...
10, 9...
Shut up.
8, 7...
When he
6,
plays here, I have to defend,
5,
and he'll still have 2.
4,
okay, that's fine. No, he'll have 3. I'm sorry, that's not true. Slight miscount. None of my groups have 2, though. It actually doesn't matter. He also can't play there anymore. He loses liberties for approaching. And actually, this stone does matter. All right, 2. He has 3 right now. I'll run it out. You can have that stone. Okay, well, I have to go back to this because it's very important because I'm 1 move off. I have to take it while I can. He is, for sure. Okay. And he only has 2 liberties. And
10,
I'll have enough with that.
9, 8.
Should be fine. Now I have a bunch, just in case he tries to put pressure on the shape. I got time. Poking on in. And once I cut up, those are in trouble. Eventually. I should cut the other side first, to be honest, but what are you gonna do? What's up, Steven? I don't know if squirreling into his territory is even worth it at this point.
10.
It's just going to ask for him to block me. But we'll see what happens. He has to block here. If he blocks there... Okay. Okay, I don't want to play there again because when he blocks me, I put myself in a bad spot. I'll just do this instead. Actually, should have just taken the outside, I think, but whatever. I am down to 2. I must take a liberty away. He'll have one eye, probably. Or he'll have nothing. I think I can just be safe here and just take that. Because he'll never do anything. Right, that's why that's why I was just... Exactly, it's funny. I didn't even read your comment until after, but that's what I was thinking about. I can't have him cut and kill this. Because this doesn't... I don't need to pull this stone out. It doesn't matter. He can only get one eye and then he just dies, so... Can I afford to have the loose connection? I think I can. Both groups will be fine. Yeah, I think so. I think it's resignable, personally. He does have some territory down here, but I actually have a window in a little. Okay. He's gonna cut, right? How do I kill faster?
Ten, 9, 8, 7.
What you gonna do now? He connects, he dies. Thank you. Now he's dead 100%, and this is no longer an actual cut. This is a fake cut and doesn't do anything. Now I can focus on other places. He thinks I forgot about my liberties? Ha! Laughable. Now even with a mistake, I'm still pretty good. Trying to take some of these points. Trying to reach my friends too, so we can't cause problems for this. If this lives, then game's over. 33. Gonna have to explain that term to me, too.
10, 9.
Oh, yeah. Sure. I guess this is a more important one, right? I could just take that. Yeah,
10,
that's what I'm thinking.
9.
I'll just take it. If I take the 3-3, there's really not an invasion there. That's fine. He'll connect under. I'll push up. There should be no way that lives. No more trouble for me in the upper left either. I am up tremendously. There's still some trouble I can cause him over there. What? There's nothing. There's never been anything. Okay. Even if he lived here, he still loses. He can't take this because he'll put himself in Atari. Okay. Yeah. What do you do now? This is now a huge liability for you. You go the other direction. Of course you do. You can't cut. The honey is bad. Okay. We're on the same page now. It thinks he's alive. He's not. Okay. Yep. Alright, he only has 2 liberties with that. I doubt it. Even an eye wouldn't save him, but if I was particularly concerned, I would just do this. And no eye. Making it even easier to kill in case he does something fancy. I doubt it. Unless you're Go Player 963. I could try to play something fancy and see what I could do, but I don't know. It's not even really worth it. He's pretty thick in here. Like, even if I played this and he stopped me, I'd go down, he'd block
10.
me. It's not really worth it. This Hane's worth points. I'm pretty sure this doesn't work because I have enough liberties. It's close, but I think I have one enough. I'll end up fixing my cut anyway, just because, but I don't have to. This Liberty helped me a lot too because I can run him straight up and it's fine. Okay, fixes a cut. That's fine. Sure. Unless it's you, Steven. If it is, I'm doing ranked, so he can't. He's too high of a rank. Okay, is he just not going to accept? Yeah, sure. Why would someone do that? Just resign. Don't even pass. Just resign when you lose. Is it that hard? Like, whatever. It's rude, isn't it? Right, Sigorth?
Yes, indeed. Unless he doesn't know, which is possible too. He could be a pretty new player. Here, let me open up a review of your game.
I'm gonna wait till the thing times out. I'm not having him come back suddenly and start the game up again and lose to time.
Good call. Yeah, so
not that I think someone would do that intentionally, but maybe his internet went out and he actually didn't want to pass and whatever, and then he comes back, he wants to play the game. Like, that's fine. Let's do it.
Yeah, it's always hard to tell. I try to give people the benefit of the doubt the first time and assume either they don't know the proper etiquette or whatever. But
it went to 0, and it's not.
Oh, is it? Let me look at your screen. I had the same problem recently. Oh, your picture's in the way of mine.
I do not, Steven. Yeah, sorry. It's I can't really move it. Oh yeah, I can. That's sure. I can just drag the window. There you
go. Okay, you could call a moderator if you want. I had to do that recently, and they got to me pretty quick. It's if you do the pop-out window on the right, third from the bottom. Just say
yeah, I got it.
Stuck in scoring or whatever.
I will wait patiently.
Yep. All you can do, I suppose.
I'll take a nap real quick, guys. That was a disastrous game for him.
I do actually play on Tie Gem. Also, if you ever want to play against me.
Oh, you're telling Steven? Yeah.
Yes. I think I'm 4 Dan over there, which shows you how ridiculously different the ranks can be on different servers.
Yeah, you're a 2Q here, right? Or a 3Q?
3Q right now.
You're a 3Q right now. You're a 2 Dan on KGS and a 4 Dan on Tie Gem.
Yeah, I've been as high as 5 Dan there before, too.
Oh, actually, if you load the review, can I open another tab and look at your review?
Yeah, you should probably be able to do that. Let me see. Yeah, I'll just open a review up. And then you can just pop back in if there's a problem with the game.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Can you see what I am doing right now?
I couldn't even see your review.
Oh.
Let me go to your profile because it'll show.
Oh, because the game's not over, you won't be allowed to look at the review. It won't pop up in the chat window until the game is finished.
I see a review.
Oh, join it if it lets you.
Yeah. Where are you? We were at move 11-1. You changed it repeatedly.
Yes, yeah. I'm moving around.
It looks like a mod is taking action on my thing. Conrad Melville is looking.
Yeah, I am familiar with him. You'll probably get the moderator decision win. I like OGS a lot, except for the ranking system.
Why? Because it's brutal to you and doesn't put you as at least a 1-don?
It's brutal to everybody. It's actually harsher than the European Go Federation system, which I think is actually getting a little weaker over time. And they had been the hardest.
All right, I won. I said thank you. I don't know if the mod can read that chat, but in case he could.
He might send you a message too.
How do you even open messages?
Let me see. I can't see it on your screen. It would probably pop up as like a chat button somewhere, but don't worry about it. You're fine.
Okay, I'm in the game.
Okay.
Our review will be now given to us by this 3Q scrub.
Yes, scrub indeed. So when you see 5 4-points like this, it's a very so it's unusual, of course, which is why you weren't totally sure what to do. And it's usually somebody who wants to start a fighting game, because not only are these points really more about influence than taking territory in the corner, but they're also complicated, and people who play them usually study them and then start fights that are in their favor. So it's good to know a couple safe variations just off the top of your head. So coming in at the 3-3 is fine. That's usually a very simple way to play. The 3-4 gets more complicated. What he played here, you should be quite happy because he's playing on the second line this early in the opening. My first inclination would be just to come out and make a base, something like this. You could even be a little more aggressive and play this way, and he's got a really wonky looking. I mean, what's he gonna do? Push here? Like, you don't really care about that. So your move was in the right direction. It was just a little slow. His move is a little strange. I saw you considering this, which I think would have been fine. Your goal here is just to get out. But this result was okay. You were correct that you can jump here. 1, 2, 3 jump. Because there's no cut. The only thing to keep in mind is that you need to have enough liberties on the 3 stones, because
That's why it's 1, 2, 3 jump.
Eventually he can do this, but right now you obviously
You turn and
need
he's
to
dead.
just turn. And that's it. But if you ever don't have enough liberties, then he can hurt you there. So here you came in at the 3-4, and this move is totally fine. It's Joseki. But after this, usually what you're going to want to do is cut directly. And then it kind of starts a fight, and this would be a good way for you to try to get into his right side over here. The other thing to do when someone plays this, maybe the simplest, is just attach here. And then once he connects, you can just live in the corner. And he gets the outside, which is what he asked for, but you get a nice big corner in exchange. So that's probably the only thing that's really necessary to go through here. The only other thing I really wanted you to read is after you played, this is fine. So after you played this, you ended up taking another move here. But this is a place where it's really useful just to take an extra second to read.
I was pretty sure if he pushed at F2, that I just play E2 and I live.
You don't have to play E2. So if you capture here, you have an eye at A1 and at C2, right?
Well, I figured I'd lose the stone, which seemed pointless, right? I guess it's not worth a lot of points, though.
Yeah, exactly. That's.
Well, I lose the 4 points from his D and E stones, though. D1 and E1.
It's true, but this is bigger than 10 points easily. This would be gargantuan. This is like a 30-point move, I would say. Something like that. But anyway, obviously you played pretty well after that and ended up killing him everywhere. So. Is there anything else you had a question about?
No, I think I'm good.
Okay. So you can feel free to start another game, as Steven is quite eager for it.
Whenever I'm still a 19Q, if I've moved to the 18Q land, it takes a minute to upgrade. Looks like 19.
Yeah, that's one thing about this site is it's very, very quick to update, which is nice. If you win 3 games in a row, you'll pretty much automatically rank up. As long as they're, not all against much weaker opponents. So, what are your settings for opponents you allow?
I'll show you. So I allow up to 23Q, down to 16. That's it.
Okay, that's pretty reasonable.
It's a pretty wide range. I figured that was nice. I go three better, 4 worse.
Yeah,
It's easier for me to play against someone who's 4 worse. If they really want the game, they can have it.
yeah. I think that's a pretty good distribution. Is not only does it benefit you, obviously it benefits weaker players who get a chance to play you. But you also want to have a nice mix of wins and losses. It helps kind of keep you steady.
I actually forgot if I turned. Yeah, okay. Make sure I turned range back on. Oof. Sore. Oh, geez. It's already 10:30. Oh, that stinks. Boy, that stinks.
I mean, the best Go playing hours are between 2 and 3 in the morning. So
What? What nonsense is that? Just because you stay up late and play Go doesn't mean everybody does. I talked to our friend who ditched us at Dota, by the way. Like, I didn't get your message. And it's like, baloney.
that worked out for me.
Well, I mean, it would have been nice to have another player in the game, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Someone who's also worse.
Anyway.
Well, maybe not worse than you, but around your skill level due to not playing Dota for like 3 years. Hey, by the way, you like my Coddle play?
It was handy, that's for sure.
Literally saved you so many times. Glimmer Cape 4 staff. You out. That's why I like Coddle. He's just so fast. He's such a fast hero. His cast range is ridiculous. He just does so much with so little. They have nerfed him a couple times. He's not broken, I don't think, anymore. But his ult's big, too. It's a big team fighting ult.
I just felt bad for Thor and Ferry that game.
Yeah. He did really well, though. He played really well. He got me a couple times. I was shocked. Had all the survivability items in the game. And he got me anyway. He played well.
Do you ever accept other people's games?
Some, if they're within reason. So right now I'm only seeing the games that are 16Q or better.
Yeah.
I really don't want to do that. Or they're 9x9s, and I don't really want to do that.
And this site will let you play multiple games at once, like KGS won't. So make sure you cancel yours if you're gonna.
It's crazy.
Accept. Yeah, because this server has a lot of correspondence play, so they don't mind you playing multiple games. But
that makes sense.
Anywhere where the emphasis is live play.
If I don't find a game in the next couple minutes, I mean you can play a big handicap game.
That's fine with me.
I'll lose, the guarantee.
Well, not necessarily. If
you have, playing. According to OGS, you have a 16 stone advantage on me, and you can't give me 16 stones. So
we could give you 16 stones.
Oh my, that all right, I would win that. That seems
very,
completely untenable. Oh, Conrad.
Very painful for me.
Someone accepted my game. He responded. He said, that person's been banned. He's repeatedly done that.
Okay.
I said, thanks.
Well,
now I see where the messages pop up, too. I've learned something. Thank you, Conrad Melville. Appreciate it. I think it's interesting that moderators for the site have to not, like, play, because, like, he has a questionable, like, a question mark for his rank, which means, assumably, he can't. He hasn't played, because I'm sure he knows how to play, because he has to be a moderator, but I guess it
some
makes
of the
sense.
moderators aren't that strong. He could be someone that doesn't play very much.
Okie dokie. That's interesting.
Do you want me to be totally quiet while you play, or would you like any feedback?
I don't like feedback on like hindsight. You can give me hindsight. Like that probably wasn't a good move. That's fine.
Look, right, like after a corner is fully.
I really want to play in between his stones. I'm not gonna lie, because he's starting to make a lot of territory here. But it seems like it's probably too early to make such a large extension.
Oh, that'll be a fun one to talk about in hindsight.
Screw it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
So if you're going to play a move like that, usually third line is preferred to make a base.
Okay, gotcha.
And in this case, actually, what you'd want to do to split his side is approach one of his corners and the other.
Got it.
Yeah, his response is pretty good, actually.
Now, I could run into the middle of the board, and that'd be fine. Or I could try to slip underneath him, which looks rough. I think going up into the middle board's fine. I've already broken up his big Moyo he was trying to build, so as long as I live, it's not a big deal. Right?
Well, usually you want to be ambitious early in the game.
Well, now I'm trying to curve into him. That's my... Well, that didn't really work the way I thought so, but it's fine. We'll see what happens. I feel brave.
That was the worst experimental treatment I've ever gotten.
Oh, you're playing Isaac.
Yes.
Respect to the Isaac players out there. Binding of Isaac, much respect. I should have played that instead of Go, but I actually am enjoying Go, so I guess I shouldn't have. But that would have been what I would have thought. Okay, so I should have, in my head, thought to myself that Isaac would be a good idea. But instead, I didn't have that thought. I don't know. I just didn't even consider it. I'm pleased with this, though. This is like a weird game for me. I don't know.
His move was a little... it's not aberrant or anything. A little unusual.
You're going to use the term abhorrent for moves? That's what you think now?
Aberrant, like highly unusual.
I know what it means. That's how we're describing moves now, though.
Yeah, well...
I think it's supposed to be really abhorrent, but you could be right because you abhor
No, there's
something.
both. That's why I was specifying. So
Wait,
abhorrent is like
ERRA?
ABBERANT, something like that. That means like just outside of the norm. Whereas
Okay.
abhorrent is like terrible, something you would abhor.
Okay. We'll see about that.
Okay. Oh, black has some nice shapes at the top. White can't really cut there.
I think I just cross-cut, and if I run up, it's fine. I think he's trying to kill my stone on the right at H17. He knows that if he tries to Atari at there exactly, then I'm going to run up, and then he'll try to get the stone at H17. But honestly, it's not the end of the world.
Yeah, like I don't care what you read, you cut there. There can never be a board position that I can even conceive of where you don't cut like you did at E16. Vital move. Yeah, he has to fall back.
And then I take D18 so that his stone can no longer cut my pieces in half. And I'll be good. I just take that. He's an Atari again. Okay.
Oh, this poor man.
Now I do this. I'm good in the corner now. I'm alive in the top left. The top right looks really good. Not amazing, but it looks fine. You know what I mean?
Oh, the top right and top left are both great. I mean, they're both 15-point plus corners.
I really like the top left, just because like of the thickness I got too, meaning that I can actually poke out if I wanted to. Like I could go to J18, but it just doesn't seem big enough right now. In fact, what seems big to me right now is that.
The only move I don't really you didn't really need to play D18. His one stone couldn't go anywhere.
I was just worried that I'd get into a battle because that big dumpling I have centered at G17. I wasn't sure what would happen if he started to try to play up, and then on the other side. I wasn't 100%. I'm not saying that it would have happened. I can only read a couple moves ahead, and I was like, that's more than the moves I can read ahead. So I was like, I just want to be safe.
Yeah, I can see where you have concern there for sure. Oh, that's a good move for him.
Yeah, I thought about that move too, but I was like, I really can't take it right now. Well, he's trying to make a Moyo, right? Make it small. I could probably actually go on deeper. I could probably have gone to H10. Well, now I can. And if he tries to go the opposite direction towards J9 or like K8, I could just be connected on either side. Exactly. There it is. Look at that K8. I'm a mind reader.
Oh, that is an interesting move, huh?
I'll just do this. That's fine. He can't disconnect my two stones at K4 and K6. I don't think. He can cut at 07, which is one of my concerns, but I don't think that works for him either. Okay, he could do that too. I'd rather just play this. Now there's no shenanigans. Yeah, that's not as good. He can turn. It's not the end of the world. Well, Hane, I mean. He can Hane at L11. Or he just won't.
Oh man. Oh wow.
He had to, right?
You had to block where you just played. Again, like I don't care what you read. If someone's about to split your two groups like that, you make them do it the hard way. So then, yes, he absolutely had to push through. So you actually end up with quite a nice result after that, or at least locally, as Moya is getting more secured.
I still have entry to the bottom too. I can play like something like H3 and probably get away with it. I'm not sure how the points are working out right now though.
Depends. Does he get the whole left? Then you are doomed.
I don't know if I can poke any further into the left though.
Well, that's kind of open enough that you should be thinking invasion.
Invasion. I'm terrible at evasions.
Then you need the practice, right?
Yeah, no, I agree. I'm just saying. He's using a lot of forcing moves now to solidify his little territory, I think. He shouldn't
Yeah,
get
that is
any...
a good peep.
That still doesn't matter. Okay, that doesn't matter as much. Well, if I'm going to invade, where do I even invade? Like E7?
Well, I won't tell you where, but what I'll say is when you're going to invade, you want to have at least two possibilities. So either you can make a base, which would either be like a two-space extension or being able to attach somewhere in the corner or something, or being able to escape. So either by jumping or reaching out to friends.
Okay.
So try to find a place where you have backup.
I'm wondering if I should play a move like J9 first, so that then I can use the... Because he's going to block at J8, because he kind of has to. And then I can utilize that to jump into G9. Like, I'm going to invade at, like, F7, jump into G9, and then I have an Atari that he has to defend, or else he loses.
If you think he'll block at J8, you should, because that would be quite a mistake for him.
Oh, you think you would just make a... like a J7 or something?
I think he has to give up the 3 stones.
I don't think he'll give up the 3 stones.
If he doesn't, then he's going to lose 4.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Or I guess 1, but that
now.
would be a disaster.
This is actually worth it then. The invasion is important, but this is going to actually get me a lot of points. If I take the 3, I get like 10 points because of the territory around them. And I just cut.
Well, an invasion would be worth at least 30 in this case. But
if it succeeds, which I'm going to give myself half because I might not succeed, meaning like it's only worth the potential.
Yeah. But this should be okay because...
I should just take the stone. Because I mean...
Oh.
Right, I just take the stone. I'm just in.
Yeah, that's real bad for him.
That was the move.
Yeah.
He had a choice to not make that happen, okay? I'm connected. It's fine.
And he can't even Hane there because you can Atari. Yep, he's got to do that. So, yeah, so that pretty much flipped the territorial balance right on its head now.
That's not really in danger. He can't separate me from my group. Like, yeah, he can Hane at like whatever S10 or whatever, and I have to let him poke in. But there's more points down here. Significantly more points down here.
I think he was worried that you'd cut that 1 stone off and make a bigger area. But as you say,
this is way bigger. The game is over, I think, personally.
Oh, well, I mean, I wouldn't go that far. So if we say the top right and the bottom right are somewhat similar.
And the game thinks I'm winning by 66.5, but it's not giving him anything in the bottom left.
Or the top. He's got a little bit of a Moyo in the top middle. That's worth 30 points or so.
I think it's because it thinks I'm going to reduce it, but I obviously might not.
Oh, you can reduce, sure, but...
I agree. He'll get something out of it.
I'd go so far as to say I actually think White is winning, but it's harder for White to play his position than Black because all your groups are safe and all your territory is secured.
Which way do you let me cut?
Oh yeah, he cannot let you cut at H. H5. If he does that, he loses all those stones.
I mean,
Yeah, he loses all those stones.
I think he thinks he's gonna cap me, and that like a J5, and that things go well because of it.
Well, he's gonna have to play 5, but then you Atari, and he can only connect one of two spots. You can cut the other. Yep.
And I just play H7 because that's better than playing G6, because Atari is in a way that if he connects, he dies instantly versus the other way around.
Well, I would just say, how much time do you have right now?
10,
I have 2 moves.
9, 8,
Well, I was just gonna
7,
read very carefully.
6, 5,
Don't make a mistake.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Let me read it. Alright, so I know I have 2 liberties, so if I play here, he takes a liberty away, but then I immediately take, because he dies, and I take it at J6. If he doesn't play that, and he connects instead at J6 immediately, then that could be more problematic because he lives. No, I just take J4. He still can't connect back.
10, 9.
I think this works. And if he decides to connect at G4 instead, I just have to take the 1 stone. And we get to the same series where he then connects at J6, and I take J4, and he's still disconnected.
So here he can escape.
What if he plays J4 first?
He starts at J6.
I block at J4.
If you were to do that, then he can capture. Oh wait, hold on. So let me see.
What?
Oh, that's just weird.
Okay, that's alright. He's looking for liberties because he'll have 3 at this point. I don't think that matters, my friend. Yeah, because if I do this and he connects at G6, I'll be down to 1 because I'm going to take 1 away with this.
Yeah, he just doomed himself because earlier you didn't have.
You
the
show
liberties.
after this game, just give me a review and show me, because it'll be a lot clearer if you just play the moves that you think would need to be.
Yeah.
It's done now, obviously. He made a mistake. It's over.
Right, yeah, so he's dead for sure.
Well, actually, what if he plays K5? Oh, I just gave up the stone. It doesn't matter.
Correct. That's a very important shape to keep in mind.
L5.
Because once he captures, it does not give him a liberty, and then you'll connect to G5, and even if he links up, he's doomed.
What you gonna do now? Resign, I hope.
I'm actually not sure he has to.
I didn't say he had to. I just hope.
Yeah.
I can hope, can't I?
You can definitely hope. White definitely has a chance in the game. I'd have to count. So
I have my
I'd
next
agree
move.
for
I
a
think
little
if he, well, depending what he plays, of course. But I have an idea for a move I want to take next time I have Sente.
bit. Yeah, White's left side is just so big.
He's gonna try to cut me.
I'm not sure what that's about actually.
If he cuts at N6 after I play a
10,
safety move,
9,
he
8,
thinks it's gonna save him.
7, 6.
I'll just play this. It's safer. It leaves less. If he wants to take the stone, he takes the stone. I don't think he will. I don't think he can. I just play at M5 if he goes on top of me, but it leaves less to chance. Okay. That's fine. I'll just solidify my shape because I got some points in the middle too. Not a lot, but I have some.
Yeah, that was why you wanted to descend there instead of pull back like you did. Because now he made quite a few at the bottom. What is that? Oh no, that's Pyromaniac. I don't want that. Thought it was Sacred Heart.
Pyromaniac's awesome. Oh, sorry. Is that the one you mean Kamikaze?
No, Pyromaniac where you're immune to explosions and all that.
Best item of the game, almost.
Oh, it isn't.
It's really good.
You need synergies for it. All I need to do is boss rush, get the lost and greedier mode with this with Isaac. On
Why do you
hard
want
mode.
greedier mode as Isaac?
Well, just to do all the completion stuff.
For Isaac.
Then all together, yeah. For Isaac on hard mode. But mostly I want the missing poster. And I can't find it.
Okay. How about this one?
So my question to you, how Sente is that move?
Very much not.
Yeah, usually you'd prefer just to descend there, because it threatens a monkey jump in both directions.
Got it. I actually meant to play K1 and I regret my decision.
I mean, this will allow an Atari. Yeah, this is definitely worse, but it's only a couple points.
I can't afford a couple points, man.
That's possible. Here, actually, I'll count, because I'm sick of re-rolling Isaac here. So I'll turn my attention to this.
I need to play in the top. I can. Yeah, we knew that was going to happen eventually.
He's got almost 50 on the left. Call it 30 on the right. I'm with Comey, another 25 if you count the middles. That's like 105 for him, maybe. We've got. Yeah, even though I was being generous to him, you're definitely down before reductions. But it's a lot easier to reduce him than to reduce you.
This works.
That does work, yes.
You think
However,
he's
there
gonna make
is
a mistake?
there is a ginormous and humongous, most important move on the board right now.
This sucks because now it doesn't get me anything. I just poke in.
Well, I mean, it's still worth it.
No, I know I'm gonna play. Well, I end up in Gote if I play P13 because he connects at P12 and I have to connect back.
10,
Well, but then
9,
unless he wants you to
8,
cut his stones off,
7,
he'll have to connect too. And you reduced him by a couple points.
Cruddy.
But looking around the board, what do you think the most gigantic, humongous
He let me have
move
it.
is?
I just take them now.
You can, although then it is Gote.
Yeah, but I wouldn't have got the stones otherwise. He would have connected back, so that's like a 6-point move. Not that there aren't more than 6-point moves, but
Right. Yeah, I think he should have.
I can reduce in the top going down. Like from B16, I can go into his territory.
So what would you do from B16?
I don't know. I might play B14.
Yes, B14 is by far the biggest move on the board.
Yeah, but now I play it, and I kind of have to stop him, don't I?
Over there? Well, you tell me. How many points are at stake with that move?
He's just gonna
10,
close off. I don't think he
9,
stops my points.
8,
I don't think my points are really. I don't really have any points there. Not many. The points are on the inside. They're like his group.
Right. You mean, well, there's a few points at stake, to be sure, but just not that many.
He expands his territory more than takes mine. I mean, I could have closed that off into a small square, but because he has the stones at P10 and P11, they were never gonna be like phenomenal anyway.
Right. He has two different ways in. And this is Gote for him over here.
Well, yeah, because if he doesn't play something else, I'll play D14 and I start exploding in. Oh, you mean what he played?
Well, he's about to have to play something.
He just did. That's good enough, I guess.
Well, I guess. It's a weird move. But yeah, that's easily 10 plus points difference in Sente than if he had been able to play over in that area.
What is that? Do you think he's gonna like disconnect me?
Oh, I think that was the right move for him for sure. You can't disconnect him, right? So why should he passively pull back or something? He should thrust in aggressively.
And then he'll play O2 and just kind of exist. It's not a problem. His group in the middle's dead, so my stones are connected. All I need to do is make sure those are connected. That's all. I'll take this now. I end in Gote, but I leave myself cut that could kill his stones in theory.
Whoa. Oh, man. How many points did you just secure with your last move?
Which move?
5.
It depends if I can cut afterward. Because if I cut at P3, I think I can kill stones, because I can play P3 into P2, because he has to save his stone at Q4. Well, it's at P4, but whatever. So now he only has 1 liberty, so he pushes down, he dies. That's what I read. Maybe
So he connects,
10,
and you're saying you're going to
9.
push down after that?
I'm going to do this, and if he decides to play P2, then I'll just take the stone at P4. Which gives him another weakness for the future.
Well, that would be very bad for him. He can capture this stone that you just played. Yeah, once he does that, he should Hane at P1 now. If he does anything but Hane at P1, then
But so this little invasion shouldn't work?
you can kill him. Correct. This
Okay.
should not work.
I mean, I'm not going to lose any points. Because
Otherwise,
all I did
your
was
connection was okay. But
he didn't
Well,
Hane, so I Hane.
yeah. Oh, well, now it works, and his stones are dead, so that's cool.
So I
Jesus.
just connect.
Yeah, you would have lost the chance to Hane and connect if he had killed this.
I see how it wouldn't have worked, and I have enough
Yeah,
liberties. I don't know what he thinks is going to happen here.
He's gonna die.
Do you think the game is? Do you think the game is win in my win now?
Changes the math. 9, 10, 11. He has exactly 23 on the right. Plus Comey makes 30.
I like how he thinks he can take my liberties away. He can't, because I have an extra liberty at L3, which he can't take. And if he ever gets me down to 1 liberty by playing H1, L1, M1, then I immediately just take K6
10,
and get all my liberties.
9.
So he
8,
now has roughly
7,
50 plus
6.
the left, which is around 50. So
I don't know if this works if I play at E10. I think it does. Because if he tries to cut me, I just play E11, and then he can block me, I guess, at E12 if he desires to do so, and I'll just start squirreling my way in.
10, 9.
I'm not 100% on that,
8,
though.
7, 6, 5.
Maybe I should just play simple, because I'll still get to poke somewhere.
right. So the question you got to ask there isn't what will
He
do
still
on the
thinks this is
inside?
going to work for him down on the bottom, Sean. Isn't this so funny?
Yep, and that is actually also a Gote move for him.
It doesn't work.
Right. Well,
He can't play
eventually-
M1. He has to play H1.
Right,
Then he can play
that's why it's
M1.
Gote.
And,
And
then
then
I
he
kill
can
him
be
at
dead.
K6.
Oh yeah, actually that's true too.
It literally does nothing.
Yeah, that was catastrophic. Because he had previously just about 100 points, but you poked in and reduced that. Yeah, I mean, I still think he had a chance.
I don't think he has a chance anymore.
You've got about 20 in the top left, give or take. It's like 43, 53, 63, 73. Yeah, actually, it's a tough game.
Looking at c8. I think it wouldn't work for me because he plays d8, I Atari at b9, he connects at d9, and now he has enough liberties that I can't just back up.
10,
Whoa,
Nine,
okay.
8,
So this is a good place to read.
7,
So there, and
6,
then you said he's
5,
gonna.
4.
I go here,
Cut
he
you off.
pushes in, I
2,
cut here, he pushes
1.
in, I can
Are you
push down.
threatening another stone with your move at b9? Is anything else at stake?
Oh, I go at b11.
Mm,
Okay, this is good.
yeah. So the clamp there is a good Tsuji.
That's what I was looking at. I was like, just looked good to me. It just looked like a good move, and I wasn't exactly sure on all the reading of it, but it just looked good.
I mean, I think he has to play b8 to minimize damage, but this is terrible for him. There's no good outcome. Yep. So, it's either gotta let you through, or he gets to eat b10, which is.
And I also threaten the stones at c11 and d11.
Yeah, I mean it's easily a 10-point loss.
Oh, I have to take this. Why don't I have to take the stone? Yeah, I should take the stone. Yeah, I take the stone.
You
for
should
sure.
take. Yeah.
Tell me when you think the game is unwinnable.
For what?
Yeah.
What was the score just there?
It says 61.5, but it's not giving him his bottom left points at all.
Right. So 61.5 for you. He's owed about 10 in the top, so he needs 50 in the bottom left. He does not have 50 there. He's got maybe 30, being too generous. Well, yeah, that counts Gomi too, I believe. So, yeah, I think it's now unwinnable for White. Your last maneuver there was crushing.
What, do you mean
Absolutely
the
crushing.
Tsuji S up?
Yes.
The Tsuji that I made work. If he doesn't defend, by the way, if he decides to be stupid, I'm going to take b5.
Oh, he's actually got a Tsuji here. He should throw in.
Throw
and
in
he kills your
at
stones at b8.
b8.
Yeah.
I just
You
can
connect.
at b. Oh, he throws in a b8.
Yeah, then you have to capture. And then he Ataris you at a9, and if you connect, you die because it's only one liberty. Fortunately for you, he did not take advantage. That wouldn't have won the game for him anyway. His damage has already been done here, but would have made it closer.
Just connect. Don't need to be fancy.
Oh, that move is bigger than it looked. That was quite large.
He's trying to disconnect my stones, which I guess I shouldn't allow. Who knows if I'll live on the inside? I should live on the inside because I'm connected to that big thing that's dead, but I don't want any trouble, realistically speaking. It probably doesn't matter, but
Usually okay. I wouldn't worry too much about it.
I guess if we're doing this, I might as well try to stake out a couple points for myself here. Interesting.
What if he plays at 08?
Yeah, I read it after I played, and I regretted my decision, but it's okay because he didn't do it.
Yeah, it works.
I thought I'd push up into 010, but then I realized he just plays 011, and I'm in trouble.
Yeah, N7's the right move there. He can push again, but it would be, yeah, he's gonna get Atari'd.
It's Gote, yeah, which is fine.
That's a very big move. Because if he blocks at M19, it's Gote, and if he just pulls back, then he loses a point anyway.
I hope he doesn't. I hope he doesn't block because I'll take M18 in a heartbeat.
He fixed earlier at A5, so I suspect he'll see the weakness there.
And for the same reason, I can just play H19 and he has to defend. I don't know if it's the biggest move on the board though.
Well, how many points do you think H19 is worth?
None.
10,
None?
9,
I don't think it's as big as like this.
Oh yeah, I think he that move's very large and definitely Sente.
The
Especially
reason why I don't think it's worth anything is if he takes it, he takes 1 point.
he
So
could die.
oh,
H3.
in the left.
If you look at H3, he's got a very scary push and cut point down there. He'd have to give ground to avoid it. But up top, that's a. Let's see.
Looks like 1 to me.
It's a 1 point double Sente.
At 019. You don't think it was worth the points? Welcome, by the way, Pawn I hope that's pronounced correctly. I'm sorry if not.
Yeah, the 1 stone isn't
10.
that big. Oh, he's got to be very careful here.
He dies.
Yep.
F3, if he defends, I take G2 and he's dead. Yep.
That's true. Yeah, that's. I mean, it was over, but that's the
It's
coup de
really
grace.
over now.
Nice spot there. Ah, good. He has to do that.
We're gonna look at the review, so I'm gonna look at that when we get back to that, okay? I'm reading something, Sean, but I can't do it yet.
10,
What are you
9,
reading?
8,
Give me a second.
7, 6, 5,
Your
4.
cursor is delayed compared to me, so.
I'll take
Never know what you're
if
looking
I
at.
have another Liberty, I don't have one yet, but if I have another Liberty by taking the group in the middle, I can play M1. If he connects, he dies.
He connects. Utari there.
No, he has no. He has one Liberty, right? Oh, he has 2. You're right.
Yeah.
Never mind. He doesn't die.
I mean,
Yeah.
there is some Aji there, possibly. If he has to connect, because then he doesn't have many liberties.
10.
There's the pawn. Got a D3.
I see.
But it doesn't work.
Yeah. Never
At least
mind.
I don't think so.
I'll make him play in his own territory though. Later on, he could lose a point or 2 just from endgame. Take it for what it's worth, right? There's still the Atari at H11 that I still haven't taken. That I probably should. It's because it's a co. I just don't want to. You know? Well, I guess I'll take it now. It's a 2-move co, so.
Well, he pretty much has to fall back. Yeah.
I still have enough liberties to fill this.
But you should not fill that. So that's something you've been doing a lot this game. Those are only worth half a point. You only want to fill those when literally everything else is done.
I just didn't see any other points to take yet.
There's a Sente at the top. If he plays H19 and you fix at G19, then you still have to fix.
Oh, right. There's still the move we were looking at before.
Yeah, A9 is actually huge. That's true. Honolulu.
He can't disconnect me. They're just connected. Okay. I'll take this first. I believe A9 is bigger, but I wouldn't have thought of A9, so I'm not going to take the move until.
Yeah, because if he plays A9, he's threatening a snapback against the 3 stones there. And if you play it, you're threatening to capture the 2 stones.
Yeah.
B11. So that's what, 3-point double Sente, I guess? Because you'd get none.
He fixed. There's not a lot of points left, man. I guess I should take the group in the middle because then I can do the push at M1 and make him fill 2 spaces. Or at least 1 space. I can't see any other points besides that.
I think there's one more real point left.
10, 9,
Is it C5?
7,
Is
6,
C5 a point?
5,
I think he has
Four.
to.
Can't tell you.
3,
I think he has to protect.
Right, it creates a faulty hinge. Not yet. I mean, he can wait till you take the 2 liberties, but that is a point.
He fixed now. Okay. I think it's even. I mean, the game's. I think the game's over, but
You could pass. I don't know if your opponent will allow that to stand.
I'll just do it now so I can get to the other stuff. Also, he won't think there's anything else to play, so he's more likely to pass. Oh, he did it now. Okay. I got the point I wanted out of him, I guess, but I had to spend a point to do it, I suppose. It really doesn't do anything for me.
Right. Yeah, so that was...
I mean, if I pass, you think he's going to let me?
it's nothing productive
10,
for him to do.
9,
The only
8.
time you wouldn't pass here is if you were doing Chinese scoring, because then every stone's worth a point, even on the dame. But OGS
Much closer than I thought it was.
Default. Oh, I told you. He was ahead until your maneuver on the left.
He's messing with the stones, so wait until he accepts. Yes, that's all correct, because I own those stones there. He was stronger than me, too.
He played well.
Couple smaller
Okay.
mistakes.
I think his knowledge of like opening and big moves was better than yours, but you outread him in multiple fights.
Alright, I'll wait till he leaves to be polite before we do a review. This will be our last game, by the way, so everybody knows, because I usually stop at 11. It's 11:12 for me, but I will be willing to do. He's out. You can do your review.
You want me to do it? All right.
You're here, right?
I am here. I didn't know if you were looking to go through. Let me just get into your game here. Sake, yeah. Okay. It is open.
I'm here.
All right. I don't even remember the beginning of this game. Ah, yes. So here, in general, in the opening, if there are 3-4 points, you probably just want to approach them, and especially since you rightly identified that the bottom is such a large area, this is quite big. Now, he's probably going to pincer you. Probably not that, actually.
Yeah, I was gonna say that looks like a far pincer.
I think he would do a far pincer here to coordinate with his low left corner, but maybe this one. And this gets complicated. It's hard to say exactly, what you will do. You could jump out. You can lean against his stone. The AI really like this, but this would be okay. Your move, splitting directly, is okay. The only problem is that it lets him get 2 enclosures.
Okay.
And that's a lot of territory for him. So that's usually why we want to approach. And on the 4th line, it's harder for you to make a base. I think one thing for your games in general is you want to be as ambitious as you can. So like here, my first instinct is actually just to do this. And yeah, he could invade you. That's true, but you can also just attach in the corner. And I don't know. It just feels like your move is too passive. It lets him get a really ideal position here. Actually, if I were him, I'd probably do it this way to undercut your base even more. So jumping up's fine, I suppose. Although, as you can see, he's starting to build the left just by attacking you. His move's fine. That's okay. Your move's good. This one's interesting. So when somebody does this, they neglected to slide into your corner. So often the best thing to do is just to block the corner off this way. And then you could even press an attack from the other side. Kind of like that.
Enjoy the rest of your nights.
But your move's okay just to pincer directly. And then, so the one thing here, if you've got the wide extension between A and B like this, usually you want to play a more solid move.
Got it. I understand why. It's a pretty big extension.
Yeah, like because right now, after you played in this corner, he could definitely invade if you wanted to. Something like this would work for sure. But he was actually quite kind to you. This is the shape we've talked about before. The large knight from the 4th to the 3rd does not work, and you played correctly to resist. The capture was quite big here. In this case, though, I think you really want to come out and just kind of say, hey, you've got problems, buddy. And now he's split in two, and this is pretty rough for him. So after this, okay, so this is one place. Where do you think the biggest area of the board is right now?
Probably the left.
Yeah, absolutely. If we think about it in terms of walls, H is the the eighth line, I think. Yeah. So he's basically got two eighth line walls. I think it's pretty vital to come in right here, something like this, and then he's got to probably do that, and I think this is reasonable. So he ended up getting that pretty vital point there. So you were right to play on the boundary here, I think.
I could have gone further. I said that when I played it too.
I'm not sure what I'd play here because even this, like, this should probably
no, I mean, I would have played G.
die.
I would have played G10, I think, instead of H10, which is what I played, right? Where did I play?
You played here.
Yeah, I would have played one line in. It would have been better for me, I think.
H10 is probably best if you're going to play this way. Like, he can hold you back, but actually, that's not even going to work. He's going to do it like this, I guess.
I was going to say, because if you played the play movie would have just played, I probably would have just closed in those two stones.
You could do this, yeah, just cut through the elephant eye. But actually, you can also invade here. I think this move is still very, very big because you're threatening to attach to this stone and connect to your friends.
We're 18Q. We don't invade.
Yeah. Well, it actually is. A lot of times 18Qs invade where it's impossible. Or you can run, and then this way, it's going to be hard for you. I think White's winning the game, but that's probably your best bet. Yeah, here, just without thinking, you got to play this.
I thought what would happen was he would play there.
Yeah.
And I don't have anything to do.
Even if you got to give the stones up, this
Welcome,
is way better.
Farsify. That's the best I got on that. I hope that was right.
That diagram where you give the two up is much better than this, where he just pushes through, and this is kind of a disaster.
Okay, I actually understand why, because he's threatening to take in the middle area too, around M13ish.
And maybe most importantly, these three stones you ended up capturing because of their liberty problem. If he pushes through, there's no liberty problem. So that's why, in general, we never want to play that.
I never would have taken them because their group in the left would have been dead, but I understand what you mean.
Yeah, right. I'm just saying, like, it comes into play. So you definitely rectified the mistake coming back there. This you did not need to respond to. So this is a good chance to read. What could White try?
I didn't think, but I wanted to get. I figured it was worth some points to get that point first versus letting him get Q15. I don't think Q15 works, but I was thinking maybe he'll live and I'll be fine, but he'll get some of my points and I don't want him to. So I figured it was just safe.
I mean, it's definitely safe, but you still have a chance to invade, or even if you're not going to invade, you know, even this sequence is worth it's a ludicrous number of points. So this is a good chance to take Sente, and the more you can kind of spot that against opponents, it'll help you kind of get the advantage. This is actually huge. This is a good place to connect because if he cuts through, it destroys all those points in there. So this is okay. And actually, his stones are short on liberty, so it's not so great anyway.
That comes in later, if you recall.
Yes, you end up coming through there. And this was huge. I think he has to connect. And then you play here, he plays here. You take. He plays there.
You like my move?
And now you can Tanuki. Yeah, this was very, very good. This push takes advantage of the shortness of liberties. What he really should have done this. And then you have to Tanuki. Because capturing the 3 isn't big enough. But he doubled down and let you right on it. That was quite good for you.
That was probably where the game turned. I mean, honestly, that ended up being a huge chain of stones that went all the way into his territory.
Yeah, and I mean the ramifications are multifarious because, you know, as we can see, this is just an extension of that idea of don't get cut in half that we talked about. I mean, look at this. He has 3 stones that are weak and silly looking here. This tiger's mouth that he had to just make. By allowing you to connect, and then these stones that you end up capturing, right?
I shouldn't capture them, to be fair, but
true, you shouldn't, but it happened, and it only happened because he let you cut through.
He was greedy. I think he thought that if he tried to play the way he did, he could stop me from pushing in to the left and save the stones. And it's like you don't have it both ways. Like, I'm already in. You either block me and give up the stones, or you save the stones and let me in. Like, there's really no two ways about it.
He might have been thinking that. I also suspect he might have been thinking that the 4 stones are too big to give up. A lot of times, players in the double digit, going on 20-digit queue, they put too much emphasis on small groups of stones like that. But ultimately, it's, once you capture it and whatever you destroy around it, it's only around 10 points. Yeah, exactly. It's definitely possible that he just misread it too.
For sure.
And thought he could do both. But sometimes I think it's also a judgment thing. So you did end up getting to capture this, which was pretty big. Although, if he hadn't pushed here, so when he connects, oops, that's not what I wanted to do.
Yeah, this is what we wanted to look at.
Right. So now
I
what
block
do you
at J4, I think is what I was thinking.
do? Okay. Now he can play here because he still has 2 liberties.
Right. So back up. So instead, when he connects, I have to connect.
Well, actually, I
G6.
think your best move after he plays there is probably this.
Okay.
Then he can come out, certainly, and I think this is fine. Like, where's he going to go? Well, I don't know. Maybe that's a little dangerous.
So go back to the move that was actually played. So
the
he
move
did
you
that,
played?
and he should have just killed me.
From this point?
Instead of playing J6, he should have
Oh,
just played
instead of
G6.
playing this, he should have killed your 2 stones, yes. If he had just connected. Well, actually, what you could have done is saved them like this, but then he connects like this.
Right.
Either way is obviously not that great for you. So,
But he's dumb. He made a huge mistake.
well, I wouldn't say he's dumb. He just.
I'm dumb
misread
too. We're all dumb.
it. Okay, well, I guess that's fair.
I made a bunch of dumb moves this game. I'm good at it.
I make him every game. Ooh, now that is interesting. What made you Atari on this side, do you think?
So I like Tataring on this side because even when he goes back into his shape, I can push on the bottom, or I can come in on the top. Either way, I'm going in. So I felt like if I Atari'd at P17, then he'll just play P16. I'll take his stone and he'll lock me out.
Like this?
Yeah, like that. Okay, that looks way better for me.
Or even maybe this, actually, because then he has to block. Yeah, so in general, if you can, like, this just looks like an overplay. You just want to get kind of an instinct for it. Like,
Got it.
No, you can't do that. The only reason he'd be able to is if these stones were weak, but they're actually extraordinarily strong.
They're 100% connected to the 3 stones below that, which are 100% connected to the chain of stones that go all the way down.
Right. So
I
like,
played
even
solid.
if-
That was my play this game. Solid.
Yes, solid's good. Like, this is another place I remember you connected here. You don't need to connect. You can actually maybe even just push out like this.
No, I wouldn't play that. Go back. Go back to 5. You play. No, you'd play instead of 5.
Yeah.
No, never mind.
What do you
right.
want to play?
No, you're right. You're right.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Well, actually, yeah, you
it,
can do
I see
this,
it.
can't you?
I could do that. Yeah. I mean, yeah, that works. Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm just saying.
That's not what I thought, but that works.
Yeah. So, yeah, you could have been more aggressive. This is a good spot on your part. This move's humongous because the alternative, like, we just play something like that, is he gets to play here, and that's actually Sente, or you'll lose points in the corner. If you Tanuki again, he can actually play this now. Because if you descend, he can either.
I understand because he pokes through one way or the other.
Yeah, actually, in this case, this looks pretty scary. I mean, I think you're okay, but.
No, I think he dies, but I see what you mean.
Yeah, that's close to not being okay.
Yeah.
Whereas when you do this, yeah, this is scary. The other thing you can consider in this shape is actually this move. I don't think it matters much in this case. It just prevents him from getting this Atari for free. This is torn shape. This is a big thing to look out for. It's kind of like the same thing we had up here, just that you played into it directly. probably
Well, wait,
would
wait, wait. The group at K2 is connected to everything.
Yes,
Because
but I'm
of
saying A and B are torn shape.
I
in this
figured they'd
case.
be connected through the chain of events that kills the group at K whatever, K6.
Sure. So they're not going to die. These stones will definitely live, but when they're torn like this, it's very rarely going to result in a good outcome for you. You should be able to read a direct kind of "this is good for me" scenario, because here he played the exact right move, just saying, "Hey, you can't do that," and now you actually have to fix to protect that stone, and this cut doesn't really work for him.
And I
Of
know
course,
and I
'cause you
know
can
that my
capture.
and I know that my cut shouldn't work. You already explained that to me, so I know why.
Yeah, I mean,
I
just
know.
to
You explained it in the moment. I
show.
totally got it. The movie should have played and he didn't.
Yeah, you're at two there.
He has 3, yep.
So yeah, you could have Tanuki'd at this point, and to prevent any of it, he could also have played here, because then the pushes go to. Um, but he
Yeah.
ended up dying,
Grievous
which
error.
which is quite painful. Yeah, he can block. Yeah, this is huge, very very big. That doesn't work. Oh my, yeah, these Gote moves really cost him. Um, this is all fine. Yeah, this is huge. This is a really good Tsuji for you to spot, actually. Um, these are the types of moves you can really feel happy about afterwards.
That is probably my favorite move I made all game.
All right, because this is torn shape, right? It's A and B. Are not
Well, it
connected
doesn't
here.
look like it should be a problem, right? Because it looks like he should be able to connect, but it's not true.
Right, because this is what you'd want to play as white, and you're like, oh hey, this doesn't work for black. Um, but of course, this reverse is pretty terrifying. And I think he made the right move not giving it to you. So
I know about the throw in, so you can skip that. We talked about it.
yeah. So this is all fine. Yeah, this is catastrophic for him too. Yeah, you just won kind of every local fight. Which
I
really ended up-
fought better. That's just
Yeah, a lot of times at your level that'll be. Yeah, this move's bigger than it looks, because if white gets to play there, and you block, right? He connects, but now he can kill your clump.
yeah. I have to play
Jeez.
again at E18.
So, yeah, so it actually costs you 2 points.
Got it.
And it's double Sente because he has to protect the capture. So, at least at this stage of the game. So this was also gigantic. And yeah, that was it. So yeah, I think you played really well today between both of the games. It's clear you're
That you saw, yeah.
developing your. Oh, that's right. I didn't see the first one, but your fighting instinct is
Today I played what's
getting
today?
much stronger.
I played five games, but one was the guy was 6Q and he decided he didn't want to play, so it was like
Right. So
a
4
5-minute
real
game. So
games.
4 real games. I won 3, lost 1.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because there was the one you didn't review that you had lost earlier. Okay. Yeah. So all in all, definitely a nice day.
I mean, I'll take the. I'm actually apparently still 19. Oh, I'm 18Q. It's just okay. It's 18Q. Woo! Here we go to the upper levels of the double-digit Qs, meaning the better levels. So that's going down, but whatever. All right, but I am going to end our broadcast here because it is 11:30 and I am hungry and exhausted. So we will find if anybody else is playing Go. I will open a new window for that because I don't want to get flagged with any Twitch TOS nonsense. Not that TOS is bad, just I don't want it to happen. By nonsense I mean like things that I couldn't predict. So who else is playing Go? There's only 4 viewers and they're all watching me. Well, that didn't work. Who else is playing something? We'll raid one of our friends. Did I spell right? Nope. There we go. We're right here. There be monsters. Lovely, lovely guy and his wife. I assume because it says Animal Farm, it's probably his wife. I don't know if that's true or not. I'm still in an ad. But all the same, we're showing some love. I'll be back on Tuesday for Dota 2. There has been a patch. I don't think we discussed it yet. We will, though. Don't worry. It's a great patch. I love it. Fixing all kinds of XP problems. So I appreciate you guys for watching, and I'll see you all next time.